Yeah.
Alrighty.
Welcome everybody to another episode. We're talking about a movie
It's our horror week.
Eddie didn't watch.
Nope, no, I did not.
This is we explained to Eddie about why he should have watched this one personally.
Yeah, I think he would have liked it.
Yeah,
It's also in Spanish.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
English
cool.
dub was great.
Okay, I was
Gross.
watching this movie, right? So I keep hearing things like good things about it on Reddit. So I'm like, oh shit, I saw it on a streaming service. I'm like, cool, I'm gonna watch it. It was English dub. I'm like, hell no.
So for how popular this movie's supposed to be, the English dub has to be probably one of the worst dubs I've listened to. It sounded like legit ADR, like they were not even in a booth, like they were in their like bedroom, like talking, like here, pass the mic.
It was real bad. I heard like 3 lines. I'm just like, yeah, no, I'm good. I'm gonna go find the actual version.
Well, because I was, I normally draw or something while I watch these because they're just horror.
Yeah.
You kind of know where they're going.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying. I'm like, man, this sounds like ass. So I look up. It's been like 2 minutes. I'm just like watching their faces, and it doesn't match. Obviously, I'm like, what the? I fucking text Bob. I'm like, what the fuck did you watch this? He's like, yeah, I had to rent it.
I had to actually rent it.
Oof.
Yeah, I found it somewhere else, but I wanted to watch it with Gentry. So the only other version I found was just in Spanish with Spanish subtitles. So I'm just like, I have to rent it so I can read it in English.
Just actively translate it to her.
God,
Okay.
I told him that like to watch it with Eddie. He'll translate on spot.
I said that's a good idea. We watch something in Spanish. You tell me about the movie, and then I'll explain it back to you. And, like, that's what I got
I
out
gotta
of
think
it.
of a good Spanish movie to do that with. Oh, we'll watch some weird ass Pedro Almodovar movie.
This was a full length version of a short film. That's on YouTube.
Okay.
Oh, was this?
Yeah, so
Makes sense.
It used to be a short film.
I should watch that, and then have to sit through an hour and a half.
Yeah, it just fleshes out more of her backstory, I guess, with like her dynamic with her family.
Okay.
Yeah. So this movie is about bullying
Okay.
and the consequences thereof.
Oh, okay.
This is some hell of a consequence for bullying. So basically, it starts off with her. Do you remember her name?
No,
Main character girl.
Okay.
It's
Piggy.
Main character girl.
named Piggy. Yep, that's the words I definitely want to use to name her.
That's what they called her in the fucking TV show.
That's what the assholes called her in the TV
That's why the
show.
movie's about bullying.
She's gonna be main character girl.
Yeah,
Okay.
so main character girl. So she's just chilling at her family's like deli bakery. I can't remember.
Yeah.
What
It's
it
like it's a butcher.
is it butchery?
Oh, okay,
That's what it is. Okay. And this girl shows up, or well, first you see the hot guy with the hot
girls.
girl, and she's looking at him, and she's like, he's hot, blah blah.
And then she looks at her, makes eye contact, and you're like,
yeah,
oh,
that's
I fucked up.
okay.
Okay.
Then her friend.
She has a friend
Okay.
named Claudia.
Yeah.
But I don't know if like they had like a fallout or she became too popular and now she doesn't want to associate with her.
normal thing,
Right? Yeah.
All right.
And then she shows up. They talk a little. She's like, "Oh, come hang out with us." And she's like, "I want to go outside." And then next scene, that's from what I remember.
Okay, so she buys something and she's like, come hang out. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna get bullied. She's like, fair. She goes and she leaves with the other popular kids or whatever. And then the next in a little more of her dynamic with her family, blah 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 blah. Next scene is the popular kids at their like local pool,
Yeah,
lake.
I think it was a pool.
I think it's a pool. It looked disgusting.
Where does this take place though?
In Spain.
It's in Spain.
It's in Spain somewhere.
Oh, it's Spain.
It's like some tiny town in Spain.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And they start to bully her.
Well, there was like some hints at the bad guy, I guess, before then.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then, all the people leave, and that's when she's like, I'm gonna go to the pool now so no one can see me because I'm embarrassed of my body and I don't want to get bullied.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
She goes, starts swimming, and then the bullies show up. Bum, bum, bum. And then they try to drown her.
That's
No,
fucked up.
they didn't try to drown her. They just got the net thingy and they put it over her head, and I don't know.
They're
They
like-
said some words.
They were like pulling at her.
yeah. They're like, "Stop it! You're gonna drown!" Oh no!
Well, she was like, help somebody. And she's like, why are you asking? We're just playing.
Yeah.
It's just a prank, bro. As they're trying to like drown her and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she escapes from that. She's like swimming, and you as a viewer, you see a dead body. I'm like, hey, I know this guy. And then it just pans over. I'm like, who could have been? And then some people steal her clothes and her towel, so she has to walk back home with just her swimsuit. Yeah, and it's kind of far.
Yeah,
it's far as shit.
It's a far walk.
It's a far walk.
That sucks.
And then she's being chased by 2 of the bullies in the car.
Oh, that's right. There's some other bullies that showed up, and they bully her on her way there.
They unbuckle her stuff.
her
She's
bikini.
basically getting bullied all the way home.
Yeah, and then she gets to a part where there's a random car, right? Stop there.
It's the ice cream van.
The ice
Basically,
cream van.
picture that in your mind.
Yeah, and there's a girl there, and it's a girl that is
Her friend.
her friend that were bullying her,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
They have some like blood stains. Obviously, they need some help, right? So from the inside, like they're like, "Help us," and then she's like, "Nah, I don't think I will."
Well, basically, they ask help us, and the bad guy like peeks his head out the car.
She's like, what you gonna do?
And she goes, and he's like, yeah, he just drives off.
He leaves her some towels.
Oh yeah, he does. I forgot about that.
Yeah, and then he drives away.
he seems like a nice character. Like I like this guy already.
Oh my god.
What else I do? I would have done the same. They bullied you. Fuck them.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of agree. I would probably in that scenario, I'd probably do the same.
Especially in the heat
What am I
of-
gonna do? Stop the fucking dude? He's gonna punch me in the face and throw me in the back.
It's like the heat of the moment too, right?
Yeah.
You're fresh off of this trauma,
Oh, yeah.
and it's probably been building for a while.
Oh yeah.
The normal person bends under that pressure, and I mean, there's always probably been a time in someone's life where you don't like someone or something's happened to you, you see them, and you're like, I kind of wish something bad happened to them.
And it does. And you're like,
In this case, it did, and she was just
Really
like, and she was just like, oh, and she probably didn't even think about it. You don't even think about it at the time. You just have all this emotion and trauma and anger, and you're just like, fuck, I don't care about these people.
It's also the mentality of what are you gonna do
Yeah, there's
against
that
this
too,
guy?
exactly.
It's like, oh, I could try to save your life because he's dragging you away, but he has a shotgun and
Yeah.
it's pointed in my face. What am I gonna do?
Nothing.
I'm
Nothing.
like, you know what? I'm gonna tell the cops. Hopefully, they can save your ass
Be like,
within the
dude,
time period.
don't come after me. I ain't see nothing.
Yeah.
Thank you for the clothes.
Thank you for the clothes. Have
You're
a
just
nice
like
day.
this.
Have a nice day.
Drive away. Drive away.
Yeah.
I'll wait until I can't hear you.
So then, no, she gets back home, and she immediately takes a shower or whatever.
Freaks out, dude.
Freaks out, because like the trauma that she was experiencing.
Of
All the
course.
trauma.
Yeah.
And seeing your friend get taken
getting
away.
kidnapped.
Then the family. Well, then they hear something happened at the pool.
Oh, they found a dead body at the pool.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
Oh,
So
which
they- yeah.
you said earlier. Okay.
Yeah.
So they all go back.
So then the mom is like being nosy. They're like, "Hey, come on, let's go back to the pool." He's like, "What? There's a dead body. We gotta go see." She's like, "Fuck, okay." So they go there, and then they talk to the cop, and the mom is like, "Oh, my girl was swimming in this water, and there was a dead body. How dare you?" And then the cop was like, "What? You were here? What happened? Tell us about it." And she's like, "I don't know. I was never here."
Yeah. She wanted to lie.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I wasn't being.
Oh, of course, because you don't want to relive any of it.
Yeah, she was under pressure, and then she was just like, "I wasn't here. I was at the river." And she's like, "You told me you were at the no, I was at the river. I know nothing." And they're like, "Okay, cool."
And then the mother comes by of like, "Where's my child? We think you know something, maybe."
Oh yeah, the Claudia's mom shows up and
A
is
lot.
like, "Hey, I know you guys are friends. Where's my daughter?" And she's like, "I don't know. Where's my daughter?" And just like, "Wow, fuck off."
Yeah, fuck
I
off.
do like how the family also, when they eat dinner, none of the guys have shirts. Because like she shows up and the wife tosses. It's like the son and the father a shirt, and they're just
Yeah.
like putting a shirt, looking over.
Like, I'm sorry, we're indecent in our own home.
know,
And
right?
then I remember, oh hey, there's no AC in Europe.
Of course,
Oh,
no.
that's
Yeah.
true,
Gross.
But either way, nothing happens. They leave. She's still being. I don't think she's being bullied anymore. Like I don't remember.
No.
She's just now going through all the trauma
Oh,
of
of course.
watching people get taken away
I
in front
think
of
it's
you.
just like maybe some sort of guilt
Yeah.
or just
Yeah,
she just
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
just feels bad about it.
And
The emotion runs, the adrenaline and the emotion and everything runs down, and now you got to think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you got to think about everything that's
'Cause
you've been stewing in.
Because of all this bullying and all the things she's experienced, she like blows up at times to people.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like there's one scene shortly after where she kind of blows up at her mom and she's like, all these people bully me and they call me fat, right? And like the mom kind of was just like, oh, you think it's my fault? So then they go over for dinner. And then they're like, oh, because you told me they called you fat, here you go, lettuce and water. That's all you'll have forever now. And I'm like, wow, okay.
Okay.
Like, fuck you too, I guess. Because the family dynamic's not a healthy one either.
Yeah.
Well, the
Everyone's-
dad's overweight, mom's overweight, she's overweight.
Yeah.
The kid's fine. It's so funny. It was like,
This is good.
you told me you were fat. Well, here's some lettuce. And she's like, you're fat too. And she's just like, he's different.
I'm old now, don't matter.
Yeah. Or like, oh, she was like, the mom is like, well, I don't get bullied for being fat. I'm like, wow, okay.
Yeah. And then she calls the phone to go look for.
All right.
friend.
The little kid was big brain. He's like, why don't we just find your iPhone?
Yeah. So I just kept doing it, and then she finds the phone, right, just in a bag. Or something.
Yeah.
And then, so she finds the phone, and then she sees the guy again. He like grabs her and like pulls her away for a little bit, right?
Yeah.
And then at the same time, the mother had the same exact idea, and so did all the bullies. So they're trying to they're using the Find My iPhone thing. They're like, I thought I heard it over here. And now they're trying to hide from the other family, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, but the main character girl doesn't like want to get found out, I guess,
course.
or like the other guy.
Yeah.
So she hides the phone and turns it off. So they don't. The parents are just like, oh, it was right here, oh, but now it's gone. Oh no!
Yeah.
It's just like hiding and stuff. I don't know. The thing was kind of weird.
I don't know. It was dark. Shit happened.
Yeah.
And then nothing really happened.
They found the
basically.
dead body.
Oh, yeah. They found the
waitress.
The waitress.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Waitress.
And then, the two went separate ways again. There's like a weird like love thing going on, or
She's like, I don't know, that trauma bonding with this murder.
Yeah.
What's it called when you kind of fall in love with
Stockholm
like,
syndrome.
yeah, kind of like that.
I like that.
And then next day they're like, "Oh, we went to look for the phone. Where were you? Where was blah blah blah?"
Yeah, and then
She's
well,
like, "I don't know,
the
I know."
popular guy shows up,
Yeah.
and she's like, "Yeah, I know we bullied you, but I'm sorry." Yeah, so anyway, where are they? And she's like, "I don't know." And then he's like, "All right, let me be honest with you. Okay, so I'm talking to you because they think I did it. So if you know something, please tell them because I can go to jail because I'm on like above age or whatever,
Yeah.
and you're a teenager. So, take the fall for me." And she's like, "Yeah, well, if they come asking, I'll just tell them you weren't there, right?" And then the family shows up and he's like, "Where's my daughter?" And then the dude immediately was like, "It was her. She did it." I was like, "Whoa!"
Throws her under the bus.
Yeah.
I'm like,
That was kind of cool. The mom like stood up for her.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mom's just like, "Fuck you. She wasn't there.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of my house."
You don't know my daughter. Fuck you. Where's your daughter?
Yeah.
That thing was kind of cool.
And then the daughter's like, "Well, actually."
Well, the mom found that towel.
Yeah, with the blood.
With the blood. So that towel was from Claudia's, and the murderer threw that towel to her. That's how she got back home.
Yeah.
And the mom found that towel, and she was like, "What are you doing with her towel? And why is there blood on it? What do you know?" I don't know. I don't
She's
know.
like, "You can do your own laundry, fucker."
Yeah.
And she's like, "I don't know. I know the cops show up pretty much right after that to question her."
Yeah, they questioned her. Just like, "So what do you know?" So like, "Oh yeah, as a matter of fact, I was there."
Yeah.
And they bullied me. They almost drowned me.
Yeah, I didn't want to say anything because I was worried about, them
Yeah.
saying the
And
bullying
then
out
and
loud.
then the cops were being assholes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sounds
Well,
normal.
there was the one good cop that was like, "Shut the fuck up," and then there's the asshole
Yeah.
cop that was
Oh,
like,
it was a dad-son
"Rude."
duo cop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
'cause
they
the-
were
the-
dad son.
Yeah, the dad was
Yeah.
the sheriff and the son was the
I
cop.
wasn't paying attention to that part. All I know is they were just being assholes. I'm
Yeah,
like,
they
"Oh,
were
fuck
being
it."
assholes. Like, tell me what you know. She's like, I don't know shit. Tell me, you're lying to us. And the mom is like, we need a lawyer.
Yeah.
And then he's like, fuck movies. They always do this to us. That shit was funny.
That was a good line.
And then they have another fight at home. And she blows up like emotional. And they're like, "No, fuck you, mom. You always do this to me. You ruin my life. I hate you." And then, the murderer shows up at her house because he's like,
Watching her, I guess.
He's watching her. I think he's like what's the word? Like when you like someone.
Stalking.
No. Infatuated.
Oh.
With her.
Okay.
And then he stalks her.
And then he
I
stalks
got
her.
you.
Yeah.
So both words.
So you know, he kills her dad, I think.
Is it?
Or tries to. I don't know, he injured the fuck out of him.
I don't fully remember what happened to that. All I remember is he walks in, fucking decks the mother.
Oh no. This is what happens. So the mom and the girl are walking back home.
Yeah.
And this dude is in that girl's room smelling her underwear, right? Or like some sort of clothing. And the dad walks into the room. He's like, "What the fuck? What do you want?" And then they start fighting. And this dude is huge.
Oh.
Yeah.
He looks like Shrek, bro. He's huge.
Oh, boy.
Fucks up the dad. Almost kills him. I think he killed him. Not really sure.
Okay.
Don't remember.
Okay.
I don't remember that. I remember the scene, but I don't remember if they died. I don't think so.
Well, his last words were just like run away.
Yeah.
To the daughter. But then, you know, he comes downstairs because the girl is yelling at her mom. You're like, "You ruined my life. I hate you." Blah blah blah. You know, edgy teenager.
Yeah.
He shows up and just whams the mom on the face.
He doesn't even punch her. He like open all the fighting he does is like open fist. He just fucking slaps people to death.
The dude is at least 6'4", though.
Dude, he knows he doesn't want to break any like bones in his hand.
Yeah, it's pretty smart.
Wham! Right.
And she goes down like a brick.
Yeah, he's like, "What the fuck?"
And she was like, "Oh no, help me!" And then he's gonna go climb up the stairs because the son like hears something.
Dude, he's taking a shit and
Yeah.
there's no toilet paper.
Oh, no.
So he's like yelling at somebody like, "Can someone bring me toilet paper? Anybody away?" They just ignore the poor kid.
Oh.
The show's so funny.
Well, they were gonna. I think he was gonna.
He was gonna get him.
Yeah.
But the girl was like, "No, let's go." So they dip and the mom passes out.
Yeah, I don't think she died.
I don't think
She
she
definitely
died.
didn't die.
No.
She just took a hit.
It was a hell of a hit though.
But then, so they get in the car. They see the two bullies that chased her in the car the first time.
Yeah.
Start to be like, "Oh, look, she found someone." Blah blah blah.
Or like, "Oh, she gonna eat some good bacon tonight." I was like, "Ooh."
And then the guy gets in the truck and he fucking reverses like towards them, and they jump.
They jump.
I don't know,
It's like
it's-
their car's parked
Yeah.
here. There's like a fence behind it, and they jump the fence. But I guess there's like a huge drop because you hear in the background, my leg.
They drive off, and then
They go to his hideout.
no, they start to go to his hideout, and then he hits a fucking cow.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
The fuck?
Yeah, because they're
he-
like talking, or they get distracted and he just ran over this cow.
Yeah, she destroys the car. She gets knocked out. He carries her all the way back. She just wakes up at some point.
Yeah.
And so she's looking for him. She finds the
But
two.
she's not like handcuffed or anything.
Yeah.
She's just.
She finds the two friends fucking cuffed in like it's almost like a meat factory kind of. I don't know what it
Yeah.
didn't explain what it was. It
It's
was
like a warehouse.
yeah.
So one of the main girls that bullied her is already dead, and the other two are like hung somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they're just there. She finds them. She ungags them first.
Yeah, and then she's like, "Help me," blah blah blah, and just being very mean to her. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
bitch, you getting help, and you're just talking
She's
shit
like, the
to
cops
her.
are coming, right? And she's like trying to take him down. Guess she can't figure out how to pull someone down off a rope or something. I don't know. It's pretty shitty.
Yeah, and then she was just been getting yelled at the whole time, trying to help, but she couldn't. She couldn't do anything. So she ungags the other girl.
Nope. Then they try to rescue him. Nothing happens, basically. The guy shows up, and she starts to run away and try to hide. And they're like, "Go get the cops," blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Then all I remember is it was crawling one direction, and then she crawled back the other direction.
And then she got into a little spot, but then this little spot like tipped over, and all the meat shit like came down. So then that's how he found her.
Yeah. Then he grabbed her. I don't think he really did much. Like I think he slapped her once.
Yeah. And then he pulled out his shotgun.
Yeah, he pulled out a shotgun.
Oh,
I think it
no.
was for the girls.
Yeah. He gave her a knife
Yeah.
to stab them. Like, "I know what they did to you. You can take revenge, right?"
And she
So
goes like,
she was like, yes, that's pretty good. Good idea.
It's like a trade deal.
It's a
I'll
trade
hire you. You kill them. It's like, yeah, what a deal.
But then she doesn't kill them. She stabs the dude.
Or she tries to. And then they get in a scuffle. Then she stabs him.
And she stabs him.
She gets super sad because he dies. She grabs the shotgun, points it at the one girl. I don't remember if he shoots her.
Oh, so what happened? He picked up the shotgun after he got stabbed, and then the scuffle happened, and then there was a shot, and it just blows the bitch's hand.
Yeah, but the other friend died. I think because she picked up the shotgun, she shoots the other girl.
They shot the
rope.
The rope, yeah.
But then, how did the other girl die?
She was alive.
Oh, she survived the whole fight, the whole scuffle.
Yeah, it was just the other girl, Claudia, that lost her arm. Yeah. Oh. She got shotgun to the arm.
Yeah, it's like right here. God. And then she points the gun at her, and then she pulls the trigger, and then she walks away, and then you realize she shoots the rope off her hand. And
now they're both free, but she just walks away. And then she gets picked up by the dude that threw her under the bus because she's covered in blood.
Yeah.
And he's like, "What happened? Do you need help?" Like, "Yeah, let's go get help." He's like, "Okay, hop on
my bike."
Hop on my Vespa.
Sounds normal for that.
And she's just all it ends is she's hugging him, puts her head into his like shoulder, and then it
they're right into the sunset. That's how it ends.
I give this movie a 5.
Whew.
Wait. Story and movie action 5. Dub a 2.
That dub is a 2 or a 1. It's so good. It's so bad.
But the story, it was okay.
I like the story. I think the ending was mid.
Okay.
The ending ruined the movie for me.
Okay.
I wasn't a big fan of the story, but it was just all bullying.
Yeah.
It was like 45 minutes of someone being bullied in front of you, and you're just like, oh my god.
I wish that there was a payoff at the end, but for me there was none.
No.
Yeah.
Like, because even she killed the one that she kind of liked.
Yeah.
And then she blew off her friend's arm.
Yeah.
And then she drove off with the guy that threw her under the bus.
Yeah.
That they're definitely not going to do anything with.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just ended. I was like, what the fuck?
When I was reading about this movie, all the comments like, oh my god, the ending's so satisfactory. It pays off. I watched it. Where's the payoff, dude? No one died.
To me, the payoff would have been if she killed the 2 girls.
Yeah, if she would have killed the 2 girls, I'm like,
and then
great movie.
And then the guy died, and then she goes back to town, and she's like, I tried to save him. I was able to kill the dude, but the dude killed.
The dude killed before. Yeah.
I would have been like, sure, that's fair. I like
7.5.
Yeah, like
but
that was satisfactory. But no, it was just like, oh yeah, I saved them. I just walked home. I don't know what they're doing.
They yelled at me, so I just left them there. They're still tied up.
Yeah, but
yeah.
I'm mad you told me to watch this.
You're welcome. At least you didn't pay money to watch it.
Yeah, but at least you watched it the superior way. The dub way was not the superior way. I'd look up and I'm like, oh, God.
Yeah, so if you want to watch this movie and you speak Spanish, watch it.
If you speak Spanish.
If you don't speak Spanish, don't watch the dub. Rent the movie.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Don't watch the dub.
What a ride.
Well, thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching.
If you thought this movie was good, give us a like. If you thought this movie was bad,
give us a like.
Subscribe. Ring the bell.
Share it with someone.
Okay. Sweet.
Welcome back to our explain movies to Eddie that he won't watch.
Our October explain it horror to Eddie.
We'll explain it to Eddie so that we can explain it to you.
All right, thank you for watching.
All right, fun. Okay.